George Segal, a name synonymous with the golden age of Hollywood, lived a life that many can only dream of. Born in 1934 in Great Neck, New York, Segal found his calling in the world of acting, and over the course of his 6-decade career, he left an indelible mark on the industry. Segal's breakthrough role came in 1966 when he starred in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, alongside Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. The film earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor, and it was just the beginning of a long line of accolades that would follow. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Segal became a household name, appearing in a string of successful films such as The Owl and The Pussycat, Bloom in Love, and A Touch of Class, for which he received another Academy Award nomination. But Segal's talents weren't limited to the big screen. He also made a name for himself on television, starring in the hit series Just Shoot Me from 1997 to 23. His portrayal of magazine publisher Jack Gallo earned him critical acclaim and solidified his status as a versatile actor. Segal's contributions to the entertainment industry are undeniable, and his legacy continues to resonate with audiences today. His ability to bring complex characters to life and his knack for making audiences laugh and cry made him a beloved figure in Hollywood. In a career spanning over 60 years, George Segal has left an enduring mark on the entertainment industry. From his early days on the stage to his successful film and television career, Segal has proven himself to be a true icon of Hollywood. His legacy will continue to inspire and entertain generations to come. George Segal is a well-known actor who has been in the film industry since the 1960s. He has appeared in many movies and TV shows, including Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and The Goldbergs. Do you have any interesting facts or stories about George Segal that you'd like to share? What was the first work of his that you saw? We'd love to hear about your memories and experiences related to this classic star in the comments below. There are many surprising and entertaining stories about Segal's life and career coming up, so be sure to keep watching this video. George Segal, the well-known actor, was born in Great Neck, New York in 1934. His father, George Segal Sr., was a malt and hop agent, while his mother, Fanny Segal, was a homemaker. Segal was one of 4 children, growing up in a Jewish family that nurtured his artistic talents. As a child, Segal was captivated by the world of entertainment, particularly radio. He enjoyed mimicking the voices he heard on the radio, foreshadowing his future career in acting. Segal's family encouraged his artistic pursuits, and he began taking violin lessons at the age of 7. Music would remain an essential part of his life, even as he pursued acting. Segal attended George School, a Quaker boarding school in Pennsylvania, where he discovered his passion for drama. After high school, he went on to study theater at Columbia University in New York City. However, Segal's college education was interrupted by his military service. He served in the United States Army for 2 years, playing the violin in the military band. After his military service, Segal returned to Columbia University to complete his degree. He then moved to Los Angeles to pursue a career in acting. In Los Angeles, Segal studied at the Actors Studio, honing his craft under the guidance of renowned acting coach Lee Strasberg. Strasberg's method acting techniques had a profound influence on Segal's approach to acting. Segal's early career included roles in television shows such as The Twilight Zone and Alfred Hitchcock Presents. He also appeared in several films, including The Young Doctors and The Longest Day. However, it was his role in the 1966 film Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf that catapulted Segal to stardom. His nuanced portrayal of Nick, a young biology professor, earned him critical acclaim and a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. Throughout his career, Segal has worked with many influential directors and actors, including Mike Nichols, Robert Altman, and Paul Newman. He has continued to push himself as an actor, taking on a wide range of roles in film, television, and theater. Segal's enduring career is a testament to his talent and dedication to his craft. George Segal is a well-known actor with a filmography spanning over 5 decades. He has appeared in numerous films and television shows, demonstrating his versatility as an actor. One of his most famous roles was in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, alongside Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. In this film, Segal played the role of Nick, a young biology professor. His performance was critically acclaimed, and the film won 5 Academy Awards. Segal also starred in the comedy The Owl and The Pussycat with Barbra Streisand. The film was a commercial success and further solidified Segal's status as a leading man. In the 1975 film The Blackbird, Segal played the role of Sam Spade Jr., the son of the famous detective character created by Dashiell Hammett. The film was a spoof of the film noir genre, and Segal's performance was well received. Segal also had a successful career in television, including a starring role in the sitcom Just Shoot Me, as magazine publisher Jack Gallo. The show was a hit and ran for 7 seasons. For those new to George Segal's work, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf is a must-watch film. It showcases his acting range and is a classic of American cinema. Additionally, The Owl and The Pussycat is a fun and entertaining comedy that highlights Segal's comedic timing. In conclusion, George Segal has had a long and successful career in film and television. His performances in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and The Owl and The Pussycat are must-watch films for any fan of his work. George Segal's passion for acting took root in his teenage years. As a student in a New York high school, he was introduced to drama classes and instantly felt a connection. He was particularly drawn to the works of Anton Chekhov and William Shakespeare. Segal once shared that he was captivated by the power of acting, how it allowed him to explore different emotions and experiences. A pivotal moment in Segal's journey was when he served in the United States Army during the Korean War. He was part of an entertainment unit that toured military bases, performing skits and plays. This experience further solidified his desire to become a professional actor. After his military service, Segal studied drama at Columbia University. He began his professional career in the late 1950s, appearing in off-Broadway productions and television shows. His breakthrough role came in 1966 with the film Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Segal's nuanced performance opposite Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton was widely praised, marking the beginning of a successful film career. George Segal, an accomplished actor, co-founded a production company with Jerry Tachkowski and starred as Jay in their first film, Born to Win. Segal also showcased his skills as a conference speaker in To Die For, a movie featuring several Oscar winners and nominees. Before becoming a successful actor, Segal earned money playing banjo in the Red Onion Jazz Band. Interestingly, when Segal secured the gig for the group, they were known as Bruno Lynch and his Imperial Band, with Segal himself being Bruno Lynch. George Segal, the talented actor, faced many challenges in his early career. Despite financial struggles, he pursued his passion for acting. Segal's resilience was evident when he worked as a bricklayer and a cab driver to support himself while studying at the New School's drama department in New York City. In the competitive world of acting, Segal had to deal with industry skepticism. Despite not fitting the typical leading man mold, he persevered and created his own opportunities. Segal once said, "I was never a leading man in the sense of being tall, dark, and handsome. I was more the leading man's best friend." He found creative solutions to overcome these obstacles by taking on diverse roles and showcasing his versatility. Segal's ability to play comedic and dramatic roles with equal finesse helped him stand out in a crowded field. His talent was recognized with an Academy Award nomination for his role in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. In 1966, throughout his career, George Segal has proven that determination, resilience, and creativity can help overcome even the most significant obstacles. George Segal is best known for his role as Jack Gallo in the popular TV show Just Shoot Me, which aired from 1997 to 23. However, his acting skills were also showcased in the 1974 film California Split, where he starred alongside Elliot Good. Segal played the role of Bill Denny, a casual gambler, while Good portrayed a compulsive one. Interestingly, Good's immersive performance made Segal feel somewhat out of his depth, as he struggled to match Good's intensity. Music was a significant part of Segal's life outside of acting. He was an avid player of the banjo and ukulele, often performing under the pseudonym Bruno Lynch in a New York jazz band. This hobby provided him with a creative outlet beyond his professional career as an actor. George Segal's career had several breakthrough moments that showcased his acting prowess and versatility. In 1966, he gained recognition for his role in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, alongside Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. The film's director, Mike Nichols, praised Segal's ability to hold his own against such seasoned actors. A few years later, Segal starred in The Owl and The Pussycat with Barbra Streisand, which further solidified his status as a leading man. His performance was lauded for his comedic timing and chemistry with Streisand. In the 1970s, Segal transitioned to more dramatic roles, earning critical acclaim for his work in A Touch of Class with Glenda Jackson. The film won multiple Academy Awards, and Segal's performance was highly praised. Later in his career, Segal found success on television with the show The Goldbergs, where he played a lovable grandfather. His performance resonated with audiences and critics alike, earning him a nomination for a Critics' Choice Television Award. Throughout his career, George Segal's ability to adapt to different genres and roles has been celebrated by peers, critics, and audiences. His contributions to the world of acting have left an indelible mark, and his work continues to captivate audiences today. George Segal received his first Academy Award nomination for his role as Nick in the film Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. The movie made history as the first to be nominated in every eligible category at the Oscars, including Best Picture, in all 4 acting categories. In the film California Split, Segal played the character Bill Denny. Interestingly, Jay Fletcher, the African-American man who robbed Segal, and Elliot Good in the film, had previously appeared with Segal in the cult film Born to Win. A lesser-known fact about Segal is his talent as a banjo player. He arranged and performed on the album A Touch of Ragtime in 1985, and performed with the Canadian Brass on Basin Street in 1987. In summary, George Segal is not only a talented actor, but also a skilled musician with a successful career both on screen and in music. George Segal was a talented actor, known for his work in film and theater. His unique approach to acting involved a deep immersion into his characters, often drawing from his personal experiences to bring authenticity to his roles. Segal's style was characterized by his ability to portray complex emotions with subtlety and nuance. Segal's worldview and personal experiences often influenced his work. He was born and raised in a Jewish family in New York City, and many of his roles reflected his urban upbringing and cultural background. Segal was also known for his comedic timing and often chose roles that allowed him to showcase his humor. Despite facing anti-Semitism in the entertainment industry early in his career, Segal remained committed to his craft and broke down barriers for Jewish actors in Hollywood. His perseverance and talent earned him numerous accolades, including an Academy Award nomination for his role in the film Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Segal's artistic vision and process were deeply personal and introspective. He once said, "I'm not interested in playing a type. I'm interested in playing a person." This statement encapsulates his approach to acting, which prioritized authenticity and depth over superficiality and stereotype. Throughout his career, Segal left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry, creating memorable performances that continue to resonate with audiences today. His unique style and approach to acting, as well as his unwavering commitment to his craft, make him a standout figure in the world of American theater and film. George Segal was born in New York City and grew up mainly in Great Neck, Long Island. He passed away on March 23, 2021, exactly 10 years after his Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Co-star Elizabeth Taylor. Segal's film career included a role as a delinquent cadet expelled from West Point in the Army Film Theater of West Point. His acting abilities were showcased in various genres, demonstrating his talent and adaptability. Despite his successful career, Segal remained grounded and committed to his craft. His contributions to the film industry were significant, leaving a lasting impact on audiences and fellow actors alike. Throughout his life, Segal's work continued to resonate with people, transcending generations and remaining relevant. His legacy as a talented actor is a testament to his dedication and passion for his work. Segal's career spanned over 5 decades, during which he became a beloved figure in the entertainment industry. His contributions to film and television will not be forgotten, and his legacy will continue to inspire future generations of actors. George Segal, an accomplished actor, left an indelible mark on the film and television industry. He was known for his comedic timing and dramatic depth, which he showcased in a wide range of roles. Segal's work in films like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and The Owl and The Pussycat demonstrated his versatility and talent. In the world of television, Segal starred in the popular series Just Shoot Me as the womanizing magazine publisher further solidifying his status as a beloved figure in the industry. His contributions have been significant, inspiring many actors who followed in his footsteps. According to actor and director Rob Reiner, George Segal was a consummate professional and a wonderful actor. He had a unique ability to make any scene funnier or more poignant with just a look or a subtle inflection. He will be deeply missed. Segal's influence can be seen in the way he broke down barriers and paved the way for more mature actors to take on leading roles in both film and television. His work challenged the status quo and helped to broaden the scope of what was considered possible in terms of representation on screen. As actress and writer Lena Dunham noted, George Segal was a trailblazer for mature actors in Hollywood. He proved that you didn't have to be young to be funny, sexy, and relevant. He will always be a role model for me and so many others in the industry. In conclusion, George Segal's impact and influence on the film and television industry cannot be overstated. His contributions as an actor and his willingness to take on challenging roles helped to shape the industry and inspire future generations of actors. George Segal played Lieutenant Phil Hartman in the film The Bridge at Remagen, a character based on First Lieutenant Carl Timmerman, who commanded the unit that captured the bridge. Timmerman was born in Frankfurt am Main, Germany, to a German mother and a U.S. Army father of German descent. After his father's desertion and dishonorable discharge, the family returned to the U.S., where Timmerman grew up in West Point, Nebraska. Determined to restore honor to the family name, he joined the U.S. Army before World War II and served in South Korea, where he was diagnosed with testicular cancer and passed away in 1951. Segal is also a father to Elizabeth Segal, born in 1962, and Polly Segal, born in 1966, and an uncle to Nick Segal. In the movie Born to Win, Segal played the character Jay during a chase scene. Segal's character slips and falls, an occurrence not written in the script. Director Ivan Passer decided to keep the scene in the final cut because it looked authentic. George Segal, the well-known actor, had a rich personal life that significantly influenced his career. He was a family man, married to his wife Sonia for over 25 years, and had 2 daughters. Segal's love for his family was evident in his work, as he often chose roles that allowed him to spend time with them. In addition to his family, Segal had a deep passion for music, particularly the banjo. He even released an album in the 1960s, showcasing his musical talents outside of acting. This love for music often found its way into his acting roles, as he frequently portrayed musicians and singers on screen. Segal was also known for his philanthropic efforts. He was a long-time supporter of the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, having lost his sister to the disease. Segal was actively involved in raising awareness and funds for MS research, participating in charity events, and using his platform to bring attention to the cause. Furthermore, Segal was a strong advocate for animal rights. He worked with various animal welfare organizations, using his voice to speak up for animals in need and promote responsible pet ownership. Segal's personal values and interests were deeply intertwined with his professional life, shaping the roles he chose and the causes he supported. His love for music, family, and giving back to the community were all integral parts of who he was, both on and off screen. George Segal had a notable film career with appearances in 4 films nominated for the Best Picture Oscar. These include The Longest Day in 1962, Ship of Fools in 1965, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf in 1966, and A Touch of Class in 1973. In the 1976 film Who is Killing the Great Chefs of Europe, Segal played Robbie Ross, an American lead among a distinguished European cast of French and Italian actors. Segal also starred in King Rat in 1965, where he played Corporal King. Initially, Paul Newman and Steve McQueen were offered the role, but they declined. Segal claimed that Brian Forbes, the director, had turned them down and chosen him instead. Segal expressed gratitude for this opportunity, which marked his first starring role in a film. He later starred in Forbes' final film, the 2-part TV movie The Endless Game. In Who is Killing the Great Chefs of Europe, Segal shared the screen with French actor Philippe Noiret, who had recently appeared in Blowout. This film showcased Segal's ability to hold his own in a European-dominated cast. George Segal, a highly respected actor, left a lasting impact on the film and television industry. Known for his natural talent and versatility, He appeared in over 60 films and numerous TV shows, including Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and The Goldbergs. His ability to portray complex characters with depth and nuance has inspired many aspiring professionals. For those looking to follow in Segal's footsteps, his advice would be to stay true to yourself and constantly hone your craft. He once said, "Find what's unique about yourself and develop it. Don't try to be someone else." Segal believed that success comes from authenticity and hard work. As for the future, Segal would likely encourage aspiring professionals to embrace new technologies and platforms that are shaping the industry. While the core of acting remains the same, the methods and mediums through which stories are told are constantly evolving. By staying informed and adaptable, aspiring professionals can ensure that they continue to make meaningful contributions to the field. In summary, George Segal's legacy is one of versatility, authenticity, and hard work. His advice for aspiring professionals is to stay true to themselves and continuously develop their skills while also embracing new technologies and platforms in the industry. George Segal, known for his role as Nick in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, delivered a noteworthy performance alongside the esteemed Elizabeth Taylor. Taylor's extensive movie experience made her a formidable presence on set, with her co-stars, including Segal, being in awe of her knowledge and skill. This film marks the only Oscar-nominated performance for both Segal and co-star Sandy Dennis, who won Best Actress in a Supporting Role. Prior to his acting career, Segal earned a bachelor's degree in performing arts and drama from Columbia University in New York City, setting the foundation for his future success. His role in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf showcases his ability to hold his own against experienced and acclaimed actors, further solidifying his place in the world of film. George Segal was a dedicated and innovative actor who left a powerful impact on the entertainment industry. He began his journey in the 1960s and quickly became known for his unique talent and versatility. Throughout his career, he starred in numerous films and television shows, showcasing his ability to take on a wide range of roles. Segal's passion for acting was evident in every performance. He brought depth and authenticity to each character he played, captivating audiences and leaving a lasting impression. His work was not only entertaining, but also thought-provoking and impactful, inspiring viewers to think differently about the world around them. One of Segal's most significant contributions to the industry was his willingness to take risks and push boundaries. He was not afraid to challenge conventions and explore new territory, paving the way for future generations of actors and filmmakers. Despite facing many obstacles throughout his career, Segal never gave up. He persevered in the face of adversity, always striving to improve his craft and make a meaningful impact. His unwavering determination is a testament to the power of creativity and the importance of following one's passion. In the end, George Segal's legacy is one of innovation, passion, and perseverance. He has left behind a body of work that will continue to inspire and entertain for generations to come. His story is a powerful reminder of the importance of creativity and the impact that a single individual can have on the world. George Segal played the role of Bill Denny in the film California Split, securing his place in the production early on. He received top billing, while Elliot Goode, who also starred in the movie, received second billing. In Roller Coaster, Segal portrayed Harry Calder and began the film trying to quit smoking through an unusual conversion therapy. The therapy, known as the Ludovico method, involves being surrounded by cigarette ads and smoking excessively to induce sickness, discouraging the habit. This method was previously shown in the movie A Clockwork Orange. After the death of his second wife, George Segal reunited with his high school sweetheart, who later became his third wife. In the film The St. Valentine's Day Massacre, Segal played the role of Peter Gusenberg. His co-star, Jean Hale, revealed that studio head Richard D. Zanuck had initially wanted her to wear very revealing lingerie for a fight scene with Segal. However, Hale refused and convinced the studio to add lace to cover more of her body. In the play and film adaptation of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, Segal portrayed the character of Nick, who is never referred to by name. George Segal was nominated for an Oscar for his role as Nick in the film Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, but unfortunately, he didn't win. His co-stars, Elizabeth Taylor and Sandy Dennis, took home the awards for Best Actress and Best Supporting Actress, respectively. In 1979, Segal was set to star in the film 10, but he pulled out just 4 days before shooting began because he didn't feel right for the role. The part ultimately went to Dudley Moore. However, fate had a way of correcting itself, and Segal was later cast in The Mirror as Two-Faces in 1996, in the role that was originally intended for Dudley Moore. Segal's ability to recognize when a role isn't right for him, and his willingness to step aside demonstrates his professionalism and respect for the craft. His talent and dedication have earned him a well-deserved place in the annals of film history. George Segal starred as Robbie Ross in the 1978 film Who is Killing the Great Chefs of Europe. This was his fourth collaboration with director Ted Kotcheff, following their work on Fun with Dick and Jane in 1977. The two had previously collaborated on the television productions The Desperate Hours in 1967 and Of Mice and Men in 1968. In the 1971 film Born to Win, Segal played the character Jay. The film's cast included Robert De Niro, who won an Oscar, and 3 Oscar nominees Segal, Karen Black, and Burt Young. For the 1974 film California Split, Segal was set up in a poker game with actual players, including the legendary Amarillo Slim Preston. The directors wanted him to feel the pain of losing, so they made him use his own money and told him he would lose a few $1,000s. However, Segal ended up winning the game, much to the surprise of the directors. George Segal played a notable role in the film No Way to Treat a Lady as Morris Brummel. The movie's cast included 2 Oscar winners, Rod Steiger and Eileen Haycart, and 3 Oscar nominees, Lee Remick, George Segal, and Michael Dunn. In The Longest Day, Segal had a smaller part where he shared screen time with Robert Mitchum. Segal later expressed his belief that Mitchum held anti-Semitic views. Throughout his career, Segal's work in television earned him a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. On February 14, 2017, the day after his 83rd birthday, fans could find his star at 6433 Hollywood Boulevard in Hollywood, California. This honor recognized his significant contributions to television and his enduring impact on the industry. George Segal played the role of Peter Gusenberg in the 1967 film The St. Valentine's Day Massacre. The movie featured a number of notable actors, including Jason Robards, Jack Nicholson, Bruce Dern, and George Segal, who had been nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his role in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Segal's career continued to flourish, and he took on the role of Harry Calder in the 1977 film Roller Coaster. The roller coaster that Segal's character is forced to ride multiple times in the film, the Rebel Yell, was later renamed Racer 75 in 2018. The new name honors the year that the ride first opened, 1975, and the roller coaster that its design is based on, the Racer at Kings Island. At the time of his passing, George Segal was cremated and his ashes were given to his family. Segal left behind a lasting legacy in the world of film, having worked with many talented actors and directors throughout his career. George Segal played a U.S. Army Ranger in the star-studded film The Longest Day, which featured 6 Academy Award winners and 11 nominees. In Loving, he starred alongside Eva Marie Saint, who played his wife despite being 10 years his senior. This was followed by Segal's role in Roller Coaster, where he visited King's Dominion Amusement Park in Virginia to deliver a bomber's ransom. The film showcased various attractions, including the Vertigo, Wave Swinger, Log Flume, Monorail, Rebel Yell, Apple Turnover, Sky Ride, Eiffel Tower, Carousel, and Mason-Dixon Music Hall. George Segal, known for his role as Peter Gusenberg in the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, had some intense moments during the filming of the apartment fight scene with Gene Hale. The on-screen fight included actual connections, with Hale making contact with Segal's privates and later bruising her back when thrown. Segal's career included collaborations with various notable actors, such as Jessica Walter. Interestingly, Segal passed away just 1 day before Walter in 2021, while they had previously worked together in Bye Bye Braverman and retired at 35. In California Split, Segal played Bill Denny alongside Elliot Good. They later appeared together in The Feminine Touch, showcasing their enduring camaraderie in the film industry. Throughout his career, George Segal left his mark on Hollywood, working with talented co-stars and delivering memorable performances. George Segal, known for his role in Fun with Dick and Jane, can be seen passing a poster-sized photo of Moshe Dayan in one scene. This photo was a blow-up of a 1967 Life magazine photograph taken by Paul Schutzer, who tragically died on assignment during the Arab-Israeli Six-Day War. In the film Ship of Fools, Segal acted alongside 4 Oscar winners and 4 other nominees, highlighting his talent and reputation in the industry. Before his acting career, Segal studied at HB Studio in Greenwich Village, New York City, where he honed his skills and laid the foundation for his successful career in the industry. George Segal, known for his role as Bill Denny in California Split, sang a song in the movie that he had released on his 1974 album, A Touch of Ragtime. The song, What You Going to Do When the Rent Comes Round, is just one example of Segal's musical talents. Born into the Segal family, George was the brother of John, Fred, and Greta. Sadly, Greta passed away from pneumonia. On August 10, 2021, Turner Classic Movies honored Segal by dedicating a day to his filmography during their Summer Under the Stars series. This recognition was well-deserved for an actor with a long and successful career. In addition to his acting and musical abilities, Segal was also a family man. His loved ones, along with his fans, will remember him for his talent and contributions to the entertainment industry. George Segal played the role of Nick in the film Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. The dance sequence between him and Elizabeth Taylor was choreographed by Herbert Ross at a roadside cafe. Segal also starred as Robbie Ross in Who is Killing the Great Chefs of Europe. He featured in 2 films in the 1970s with scenes in Venice, including Bloom and Love. In Roller Coaster, Segal portrayed Harry Calder and was represented by the legendary super agent Sue Mengers. Known for securing better pay for her clients, Mengers negotiated a $1 million fee for Segal, who carried a similar amount in the briefcase throughout the movie. Although Universal initially resisted, they eventually paid him $750,000, his largest paycheck ever. George Segal, a renowned actor, began his educational journey at George School, a boarding school in Newtown, Bucks County, Pennsylvania, where he graduated in 1951. Segal's acting prowess was evident early on in his career, particularly in his portrayal of Corporal King in the film King Rat. The character bore striking similarities to Sergeant Sefton in Stalag 17, showcasing Segal's ability to embody complex roles. In the film The St. Valentine's Day Massacre, Segal took on the role of Peter Gusenberg, the elder of the Gusenberg brothers. Interestingly, Segal was 4 years older than his on-screen younger brother, David Canary, despite the real-life Gusenberg brothers being born 4 years apart. This casting decision further highlights Segal's talent and range as an actor. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the work and legacy of George Segal, an accomplished actor known for his roles in films like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and The Delta Force. Segal was also a familiar face on television, with notable appearances in the Goldbergs and Just Shoot Me. His career spanned over 5 decades, and he was admired for his ability to take on a wide range of roles with ease. From drama to comedy, Segal's performances were always nuanced and memorable. If you're a fan of Segal's work, please share your favorite roles or moments in the comments below. Your engagement helps us create a vibrant community of film and television enthusiasts. Don't forget to like and share this post with your friends who also appreciate Segal's contributions to the entertainment industry. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to our channel for more content celebrating the creative spirits who have shaped entertainment. Together, let's keep the legacy of actors like George Segal alive.